Hello crafty friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video. It is a new series called Ready, Set, Stamp. And this series is going to be with two of my friends, Tisa and Amanda. I will have both of their YouTube channels linked below in the description so you can check them out. We are so excited to share this new series with you that's going to come once a month. And I am super stoked because we're going to be using stamps on our layouts. If you have trouble using stamps or your stamps are just collecting dust, make sure you subscribe to all of our channels so you can get inspiration from 3 different people on how to use stamps in your scrapbooking layouts. So let's get started. I have a photo of my friend Teresa and I. And this is actually a recent photo. Her and I met for lunch a couple weeks ago, and we took some selfies before we left. And I just wanted to document that because she is an awesome person and an awesome friend. And yeah, I just wanted to document that. So I am using a piece of wood grain paper. It's an older Cartabella collection that I had in my stash. I pulled that out from my stash, and then I matted the photo with just plain white cardstock, and then I'm also going to do a thin yellow mat with this pattern paper. This is one of the new collections from Pink Fresh Studio, and I will have it linked below so you guys can get your hands on it. It's such a pretty collection. I only picked up a couple of the embellishments and then a couple of the sheets of paper. I didn't get the whole collection. That's kind of how I like to do. So first I started with some paper strips, I guess, and I put some at the top and at the bottom. And I was actually following a sketch, but I used it in a different way. So I am pulling out pieces from the ephemera pack right now that I think will work. And I don't want to over embellish because I really... You know me, if you've been following me for any amount of time, I'm just not a huge embellisher. So I did want to use this little camera and put this little piece, the little heart piece in the center of it to make it look like the lens. And I used a couple frames, and now I'm pulling out my Scrap and Happy Studio Flare. I have them sitting right next to me on my desk, and I am pulling from 2 separate packs. The one that is black says kind heart, fierce mind, brave spirit. And then there is one with it's just white with a black sketchy heart on it. I was trying to bring in the color black a little more because I am going to be doing my stamping in black. So that's the reason why I pulled those in. And there is black in this collection, and I will pull in another piece of ephemera that is black as well towards the end to kind of bring that back in. So for this layout, I just dropped the frame and it had glue on it. So I was so scared that it was going to get glue all over the place, but luckily it dropped right side up. So did not get glue anywhere. So that was a lucky little thing that happened. So I am going to pull out my roller date stamp. This is a stamp. I know a lot of people use roller date stamps, and I'm actually trying to get better at putting my dates on things. So I like to double stamp, like off stamp, I guess is what it's called, or that's what I call it at least. So you stamp once and then it's, dark, and then you stamp right again, either under it or beside it, and it's just a little bit lighter, and I like the way that looks. So right now I have 2 kind of main focal clusters happening, and they're going to get more embellishments in them, but for now this is what they're looking like. I'm really enjoying the way that it's looking. I love this collection, and I think it works really well with the wood grain. A lot of times when I use my stamps, I use stamps to create backgrounds. I have done that several times here on my YouTube channel. I will pop up above some videos, my playlist on stamping on layouts, because I have several videos here on my YouTube channel using stamps, so you can check those out as well. And for today though, you can see that I'm using a wood grain paper. It's a patterned paper for background. So using patterned papers for backgrounds, I like to use stamps for titles. And so that is what I'm going to do today. I'm also going to use some little element pieces for stamping as well to add to my clusters and just to add some interest to the layout. I am using craft foam on the back of my photo just to give it a little extra dimension. I really like to do that because I just like the way that it looks, and it's a really nice dimension that's not too dimensional. It's not super, super thick. So now I'm looking through the like floral ephemera, and I'm just pulling out one. I'm trying to kind of mimic, excuse me. I'm trying to mimic the cluster at the top. I am somebody that likes things to be balanced, and so that is kind of what I'm working on, to have balance on the page. So I am so enjoying this, and so far there is no stamping, I know. But for this layout, like I said, I'm not doing background stamping. I am using my stamps to create a title. So first I have to get all of the other things done. For the Scrap and Happy Studio epoxy flare, they are epoxy, so they're not metal, which I love. I don't personally use metal embellishments on my layouts just because of the climate that I'm in. It's very humid here, and I've had issues with things like rusting. So when you use the epoxy flare, make sure that you use a glue dot or a pop dot. Do not use liquid glue behind them because she does use photo paper to create these little flares. So definitely make sure you're not putting liquid adhesive behind them. So yeah, my glue, the little pin that came in the art glitter glue, bent when I was trying to put it back in the hole. So that's unfortunate. I'm going to need to get another pin to stick in. That rhymed. Wasn't even trying. Okay, so these stamp sets, I'm super excited to use them and to share them with y'all. They are Elle's Studio. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Some people will say Ellie Studio. I don't know if it's Ellie or Elle. I think it's Elle. So that's how I'm going to pronounce it. So I'm pulling them out to get the names. This one that I'm using for the title is Title Builder Volume 3 stamp set. It's the new, or the newest one. And I don't have any of the other ones, but I wish that I did because this thing is amazing. And then I also I'm going to use the Say Cheese stamp set. And I believe it's a Disney, kind of like, it's supposed to be like a Disney kind of thing. But it's perfect for, I feel like, anything. So the title of my layout is Create Happy Moments. So Teresa is a friend, like I said. We met online, and she lives in, the area. And she is just an amazing person and a really kind person. And I'm so lucky to have her as a friend. And we sat in here and talked and ate lunch, and we talked for hours. And then I, looked at the clock and I was like, oh, I have to go pick up my daughter from school. Like, she is just one of those friends that I could just sit and talk with for hours and hours, and she's amazing. So it was definitely, we're definitely creating happy moments together there. So I also used the stamp set that says Selfie Fun because I thought it was cute. And then I used some little hearts just scattered kind of all over the layout to just bring some interest to the clusters and then the title. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add some black matte splatters. This is my favorite black ink. I don't know, I've had it for years and it's almost out. It's Deco Art Media ink, Media Mister, and it's amazing. So that is my layout for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. I will have Amanda and Tisa's channels both linked below so you can check out their videos. Make sure you show them some love as well. Tell me, or leave me a comment down below and let me know, what is your issue with using stamps? Do you use stamps on your layouts, or do you have a hard time using them? Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to spread love and be kind. I hope that you all have an amazing day. Bye.